All right, we've got our triple rails on here. We've got all the links locked down. We're gonna come around and we're gonna start tightening up these cams. Usually you want to go with the one that's easiest to get to. In this circumstance, we're on the bottom, but let's remember, in the winter, in these chain up areas, we might be laying in a whole bunch of snow. So this bottom one isn't necessarily always the easiest one to get. In this circumstance, I got the triple rails pretty tight, and even on pavement, it's hard to get in here to be able to spin this with my hand. So we're going to use the cam lock to get in here to even get this first one going, just to make time a little bit easier. But if we're in the snow, this still is the easiest one to get, even if we're in snow. Remember, we're cold by this time. Our hands are starting to get numb. Triple rails take a lot of time, but we're wanting to cut that time down as much as humanly possible to get us back on the road. So let's get after this. We're going to stick it in here. We're going to flip the wrench. We're going to come back the other way. We're going to be able to pull. We're going to be able to keep the tool in one spot. We're going to flip it, and we're going to come the rest of the way. I wouldn't have been able to do that with a T-handle that smoothly. I would have had to do a lot of twisting. Chances are with that T-handle, I would have been hitting the ground. With this cam lock, I'm able to flip that switch. I'm able to manipulate it. I'm able to use those ergonomics to keep the tool in place, to be able to keep the ratchet where I can apply the most torque to be able to close that cam down. All right, let's move to the next one. Okay, here we are at the next cam. We're up here against this brake can. Again, we're in snow, we're in ice, we have stuff falling on us. We don't want to be getting out and in a whole bunch of times, and we don't want to be fighting for torque. This cam lock, we're going to be able to stick it in there. We're going to be able to flip that switch. We're going to be able to twist, hold, twist. We're locked in. We're ready to move on to the next one. All right, here we are. We're on this cam. Now again, we don't want to be moving the truck. We don't want to be jumping out and jumping in and jumping out. We want to get back in the truck and on the road, home safe to our families. This cam's not in a great spot. With a T-handle, we're going to be running into this airbag. With an L handle, we're going to be running into this airbag. So we're going to use this cam lock. We're going to twist it to where it goes straight in. We're going to make sure the wrench is going in the right direction. In this case, we're going to be pushing down. So I'm going to pull this handle up. I'm going to push it in so we're not wallowing around, because I've got this force pushed in. I'm going to push down. I'm going to hold those ergonomics, and I'm going to ratchet back up. I'm going to push down again, running into this airbag, so I'm going to hold it where it's at. I'm going to ratchet up. Oh, we need one more. There we go. We're locked in. We wouldn't have been able to do that with a T handle. We wouldn't have been able to do that with an L handle. We didn't have to move the truck. We're back in the truck faster. We're back in the truck safer. We're heading home to our families.